Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nick. Welcome to another first try. Today we are going to take a look at Steel and Steam, a RPG of the old times developed by none other company than Red Meat Games. The game went through Kickstarter, needed $2,500, it met its goal, it surpassed it way beyond it. It had $8,500 and some more in the end, so they made it through the Kickstarter and they made it through Greenlight as well, so that's the reason why they are here on Steam now. One user-defined tag I've seen is RPG Maker. And when we go into the game, you might know why this is a user-defined tag and it's trending under air quotes. So for those two people who don't know what RPGs are, you wander around through a world, interact with characters and the world itself. You fight monsters, in this case turn-based. You gain experience, you get gold, you buy items, you level up, you get skills, and you progress through a story which is tied over the whole game. So, without further ado, I would say we are going to take a look at the game. The options menu cannot be accessed from this screen out, because if you go to the extras, you find the website, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and the credits. So, I've played about 70 minutes before making this game, but I didn't progress through the story that far. And I tried to avoid spoilers at the very most, so yeah, don't expect too much about the story in this video. So you can see here is basically the introduction to the story. And that reminds me of Pokemon, somehow. I don't know about you. So there we are pretty much in the game. No, I'm not trying to imitate the dialogue. So as you can see, we move around with the arrow keys. And we have a bear attacking an old man. This is also basically the tutorial, so here we are. Before we equip our characters, let's take a look at the options menu. So, we have the music volume, which we're going to turn down because it's really loud in my ears. Some instant text, and you can hide battle animations as well, but yeah. And that's so far, I think. That is what I have to do. Good. So for equipping characters, you go to equipment, and then you press the optimize button. It automatically equips the best gear. With clear, you can erase the gear, and with change, you can equip it one by one. So we're fully equipped, so let's go to the bear. And as it seems, the bear is not very happy that we called him stupid. And apparently it emerged, although it was there anyway. So you have your basic attack here. You have special abilities which you unlock when you level up. You can guard that the other character takes less damage. You can use items as well, and later on in the game you have magic because because it's an RPG. For those who are wondering, it's not a medieval RPG, it's a steampunk. It plays in the steampunk era. Why steampunk? Ah, Steel&Steam. Now I know. And there we killed a bear. And we saved the day. Yes, indeed. By the way, the main characters are about 12 years old, and here is basically where the story really sets off. So yeah, the story basically is given to you in chunks, and in the end it's going to be tied together, I think. So here we are at the city right now. And basically the game starts you off with quests, so you have to read the dialogue in order to know what is going on. If you're skipping most of the dialogue, you can read it along here, so that's not bad. Because I can remember playing the old RPGs, when I missed something of the dialogue once, I completely lost track what I had to do. So that is really nice. So let's go to Monty first. Yeah, would you mind go out of... Thank you. So now we can go and kill the bear if we want to. And here we have, for example, a shop. I'm going to buy a tree rod because we're going to need that for a quest. So basically when we talk to people, the dialogue is pretty good in my opinion. So also there are some, well, it's tackling old RPGs and reasons for blocking it off, so sometimes you find yourself smiling about some things in this game. So I would say we're doing the second quest as well before we venture on and go on to the combat. What I also would love to point out is, I think the music is also really stellar. So we have to venture on to the next town, or we have to kill a bear in a bear cave. We can do both quests. And there we are on the world map. So Let's venture into the cave of the bear. There we have a big slime. Basically in combat, there's not only the simple attacking, but we haven't seen anything more like that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you have your basic hit you can land, you have critical hits as well. You can evade the attacks and take no damage as well. And there is something called balance. And we leveled up there, wonderful. That means more HP and mana. You can't distribute skill points like in other games of the genre. It is just assigned automatically. What I wanted to say is that you can only attack, for example, if you are in balance. Some attacks of the enemy might be able to knock you off balance, which doesn't happen here. And as you've seen as well, sometimes the start of the combat is different as well. So basically you have surprise attacks, or you have situations where you have the upper hand, the advantage. Through the cave, not into the wrong directions. Good. And there we killed the slimes again. So basically that's pretty much the only enemy that there is. So doesn't that look like I can fish here? Really? Wait a minute. Oh. Can I fish here? No. Please don't tell me I can only fish when the game tells me to. So we'd rather away from here. And yeah. So basically here we get the prompt, okay, we need to fish. If we get fresh fish, the bear might come back and we can kill him. Or he kills us. I think at the current state, that's more safe to say. Good. Well, since we're running through here, you can see the vision. I'd say you have seen basically what the combat is like under normal circumstances. I blend over to a later part of the game where I'm a little bit further into it. So basically my first started game. And there we can take a look at how things turn out later on in the game. Because basically there is the point in which I have to be a little bit negative about the game, so be right back. Apparently pressing F12, which is also the start recording button, resets the game. So F is off to set as well. So here I'm later on in the game, and yeah, basically you're in the mine you've seen in the cutscene before. And what I want to show you is something. I just went through the basic storyline. I can't help but notice that the game is hating me. Yeah, some dead miners over there. If those enemies would be as friendly as to come, I would be very grateful. There we go. You find this Earthborn. Well, we can attack it. There we have our special abilities as well. Godfrey, the guy we have here as well, is, yeah, our healer. So we can use heal as well. Wonderful. But as you can see, the Earthbound takes no damage and deals a crap ton of damage. I don't know if that's intended balance. Because as you can see, the thing takes no damage, just 17 from my main hero. And I don't know about you, but I don't like fighting with the same enemy for 12 to 15 minutes. But that might just be me, I don't know. So, well, there you can see damage spikes are available as well in this game. And I don't know if that's a balancing issue or if I've overseen something really obvious. And I just want to escape here. Or if that is intended. I certainly hope not that this is intended, because enemies like Floating Silver or Hand of Rock, who we have seen before, I can easily kill. There's no problem. But there are certain enemy types in this area which I cannot kill, like this rock thingy there. Basically everything is rocks in this, in terms of enemies in this area. And that is a really big problem, because it's definitely a motivational killer if you engage in so many fights you cannot win, and you just basically waste your time. It's definitely not what I want from a game like that. Apart from that, yeah. Apart from that, the game is really good, but I think that's basically the breaking point for me, which decides whether or not I can recommend it or not. And I have to be frank, I cannot recommend it, really, because of that. I don't know if it's a mistake on my side or the balancing is off. It just doesn't play well if you're on this stage. Ah, okay. I don't know. Someone who might play through doesn't have a problem right here, but as you can see, that's the next enemy. I deal 26 damage, it takes no damage. The enemies about in this area have about 3 to 500 HP. I think the Beasts of Rock have 500 HP. And if you deal 27 damage with one attack, and I think I might even die here. No. But yeah. It's really a shame because, as you've seen, the other parts in the game are, in my opinion, really good. But that just completely breaks it for me because okay. As you can see, the and there you die. Yeah, as you can see, the dialogue is good, the music is good, but I don't know if the balancing went completely wrong here or if I'm intended to just escape all combat. I don't know. I don't really know, and yeah. As long as this is a problem, I cannot recommend it. I'm sorry. Well, that was first try, ladies and gentlemen, on Steel and Steam. Currently available on Steam for 10 euros or a regional equivalent, or until the 23rd of July you can buy it 50% off for 5 euros. My name has been Nick. Steel and Steam wiped because of one thing. It's a shame. And I shall see you next time.